There comes a moment in every person's life when they must face a truth that is uncomfortable, painful, and impossible to escape. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your friends. Not your family. Not luck. Not perfect timing. Not the world. And as hard as that truth may sound, it is also one of the most liberating truths you will ever hear. Because the moment you stop waiting for someone else to change your life is the moment your life finally begins to change. Most people spend years waiting. Waiting for motivation. Waiting for confidence. Waiting for money. Waiting for opportunities. Waiting for someone to believe in them. They tell themselves, one day I'll start. But one day becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Next month becomes next year. And before they realize it, years have disappeared. Dreams that once burned inside them slowly fade into memories. Not because they weren't talented. Not because they weren't intelligent. But because they kept waiting. Let me ask you something. How many dreams have died because someone decided to wait just one more day? How many businesses never started? How many books were never written? How many songs were never sung? How many inventions were never created? How many lives stayed average because someone believed tomorrow would always come? The truth is, life doesn't reward people who wait. Life rewards people who move. Even when they're afraid. Even when they're uncertain. Even when they don't have all the answers. You see, courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is moving while fear is standing beside you. The people you admire weren't fearless. They simply refused to let fear become their boss. Every successful person has faced rejection. Every successful person has doubted themselves. Every successful person has failed. The difference is they kept going. They didn't sit around waiting for someone to rescue them. Because they understood something powerful. The world owes you nothing. It doesn't owe you success. It doesn't owe you recognition. It doesn't owe you happiness. Those things are earned. Every single day. Through choices. Through discipline. Through consistency. Look around you. Most people complain more than they create. They blame more than they build. They criticize more than they improve. It's easier to blame your circumstances than to change them. It's easier to blame your childhood, your job, your economy, your boss, your age, your education, your past. But blame has never built a better future. Responsibility has. The day you take full responsibility for your life is the day you become dangerous. Dangerous to mediocrity. Dangerous to excuses. Dangerous to every limitation you've accepted. Because responsibility gives you power. Think about it. If your life is someone else's fault, then your future depends on someone else changing. But if your life is your responsibility, then your future is finally in your hands. That's real freedom. You may not control where you started, but you control where you're going. You may not control what happened yesterday, but you control what you do today. Every sunrise gives you another opportunity. Not another excuse. An opportunity. Some people wake up looking for reasons why today won't work. Others wake up asking, what can I do today that brings me one step closer to the life I want? Those people win. Not because life is easier, but because their mindset is stronger. Remember this. Small decisions create big futures. Reading 10 pages a day may not seem important. Working out today may not seem life-changing. Saving a little money may not seem exciting. Learning one new skill may not seem significant. But every giant tree started as a tiny seed. Every mountain is climbed one step at a time. Every masterpiece begins with one brushstroke. Success is rarely built in one dramatic moment. It's built in ordinary moments repeated consistently. That's why discipline always beats motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Some mornings you'll wake up inspired. Other mornings you won't feel like doing anything. If you only work when you feel motivated, you'll never reach your potential. Discipline says, I'll do it anyway. That's the difference between amateurs and professionals. Professionals show up, even when they're tired, even when nobody is watching, even when results aren't immediate. They trust the process. Too many people quit because success didn't happen fast enough. Imagine planting a seed today. Would you dig it up tomorrow to see if it's growing? Of course not. You water it. You protect it. You stay patient. You believe. Your dreams deserve that same patience. Keep planting. Keep watering. Keep growing. The harvest always comes later than the work. One of the biggest lies people believe is this: when everything is perfect, then I'll begin. But perfection is an illusion. There will always be another reason to wait. Another problem. Another challenge, another fear. If you keep waiting for perfect conditions, you'll spend your whole life standing still. The greatest opportunities often appear disguised as difficulties. The strongest people aren't those who avoided hardship. They're the ones who became stronger because of it. Pressure creates diamonds. Fire strengthens steel. Resistance builds muscle. Hardship builds character. Stop asking why life is difficult. Start asking what life is trying to teach you. Every challenge carries a lesson. Every setback carries wisdom. Every failure contains information. Successful people don't see failure as the end. They see it as feedback. If one door closes, they build another door. If one plan fails, they create another plan. Giving up simply isn't part of their identity. Your identity matters more than your circumstances. Stop saying, I hope I become successful. Start saying, I am becoming the type of person who succeeds. Your habits follow your identity. And your future follows your habits. Right now, someone else is working while others are sleeping. Someone else is studying while others are scrolling endlessly. Someone else is practicing while others are making excuses. The question isn't whether opportunities exist. The question is whether you're preparing yourself when they arrive. Opportunity favors preparation. Not wishes. Not complaints. Preparation. One day your future self will look back on this season. The only question is, will that version of you say, thank you for refusing to quit? Or will it ask, why did you waste so much time waiting? The answer depends on the decision you make today. Not tomorrow. Not next Monday. Today. Because nobody is coming to save you. And that's exactly why you have everything you need to save yourself. This is your life. Your responsibility. Your opportunity. Your moment. Stand up. Take ownership. Take action. And begin becoming the person you were always capable of being. This is only the beginning. Your greatest chapter hasn't been written yet. Now let me tell you something that most people never realize until it's too late. Every single day, your life is being shaped by the decisions you make when nobody is watching. Not the big moments. Not the applause. Not the celebrations. The quiet moments. The alarm clock that rings at 5 a.m. The workout you almost skipped. The chapter you almost didn't read. The difficult conversation you kept avoiding. Those moments decide your future. Champions are not created on the stage. They're created long before anyone knows their name. Everyone wants success. Few people want the process that creates it. Everyone wants confidence. Few people are willing to do the work that builds confidence. Everyone wants freedom. Few people are willing to accept the responsibility that freedom demands. You see, success has a price. And the price is always paid before the reward arrives. That's why so many people quit. They want the reward without paying the price. They want the harvest without planting the seed. They want the trophy without the training. But life doesn't work that way. Life rewards preparation. Life rewards persistence. Life rewards consistency. Think about the strongest tree you've ever seen. It didn't become strong during calm weather. It became strong by surviving storms. Every powerful wind forced its roots to grow deeper. Every season made it stronger. Your struggles are doing the same thing. The challenge you're facing today may be building the strength you'll need tomorrow. So stop asking for an easier life. Become stronger. Become wiser. Become more disciplined. The obstacle isn't here to destroy you. It's here to develop you. Every setback is asking one question: will you quit, or will you grow? And every answer you give becomes part of your identity. Here's another truth. Your environment matters. If you spend your life surrounded by people who complain, you'll eventually complain. If everyone around you settles for average, average begins to feel normal. Protect your mind. Protect your attention. Protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to your dreams. Some people will laugh when you tell them your vision. Others will tell you to be realistic. But remember this. People who have never climbed the mountain should never tell you how high you can go. Dream bigger anyway. Work harder anyway. Believe anyway. The opinions of others cannot define your future unless you allow them to. Stop asking everyone for permission. Some of the greatest ideas in history sounded impossible in the beginning. Imagine if every successful person had stopped because someone doubted them. The world would have lost incredible inventions, powerful businesses, life-changing books, inspirational leaders. Never underestimate what one committed person can accomplish. Maybe that person is you. But commitment isn't something you announce. It's something you prove. Every single day. There will be mornings when you don't feel like working. Work anyway. There will be evenings when progress feels invisible. Keep going anyway. There will be days when people don't believe in you. Believe in yourself anyway. Because your belief has to become stronger than their doubt. One of the greatest mistakes people make is comparing their beginning to someone else's middle. They look at successful people and think, I could never do that. They forget that every master was once a beginner. Every expert was once inexperienced. Every confident speaker once shook with nervousness. Every successful entrepreneur once had 0 customers. Nobody starts at the finish line. You earn your place one step at a time. Don't be embarrassed by small beginnings. Be embarrassed by refusing to begin. Remember this, progress beats perfection. A small step today is worth more than a perfect plan that never becomes reality. Too many people are trapped in overthinking. They analyze every possibility, every risk, every obstacle, until opportunity disappears. Action creates clarity, not endless thinking. The path becomes clearer after you start walking. You don't need to see all 100 steps. You only need enough courage to take the first one. Then the next. Then the next. That's how every extraordinary journey begins. Let me ask you another question. What story are you telling yourself? Because the words you repeat become the life you believe. If every morning you tell yourself, I'm unlucky, I'm not smart enough, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too late, eventually your actions will match those beliefs. But imagine waking up every day and saying, I can learn, I can improve, I can adapt, I can overcome. Now your actions begin to change. Your confidence grows. Your results improve. Everything changes because your story changed. Your mind is the most powerful tool you'll ever own. Feed it wisely. Stop feeding it fear. Stop feeding it doubt. Stop feeding it excuses. Feed it discipline. Feed it courage. Feed it hope. Feed it purpose. Because whatever you feed grows. If you feed negativity, negativity grows. If you feed possibility, possibility grows. You become what you repeatedly think about. Another thing you must understand is this: time never stops. While you're waiting, someone else is learning. Someone else is improving. Someone else is becoming the person you wish to become. The clock does not care about your excuses. It keeps moving. Every sunrise is an investment. Every sunset is a receipt. The question is, what are you doing with the hours you've been given? Imagine if you treated every day like it was the most valuable opportunity of your life. Because one day you'll realize it was. No one reaches the end of life wishing they had spent more time making excuses. People regret the risks they never took, the words they never spoke, the dreams they never chased, the version of themselves they were too afraid to become. Don't let regret become your future. Make courage your habit instead. Understand this: you don't become successful overnight. You become successful one decision at a time. One disciplined morning. One focused afternoon. One productive evening. Repeated over weeks. Over months. Over years. That's how greatness is built. Brick by brick. Day by day. Choice by choice. When people finally notice your success, they'll call you lucky. They won't see the mornings you sacrificed sleep. They won't see the failures you survived. They won't see the moments you wanted to quit but didn't. Success is often invisible until it becomes undeniable. So stop chasing recognition. Chase excellence. Recognition eventually follows excellence. And if it doesn't, excellence is still worth pursuing. Because becoming your best self is a reward no one can take away from you. Remember where this journey began. Nobody is coming to save you. But here's the beautiful part. You no longer need to be rescued. You are becoming the person capable of creating the life you've always imagined. Not because someone handed it to you, but because you earned it. Through courage. Through discipline. Through relentless action. And that is a victory that lasts forever.